Hey guys, it's Michael down here at the Shipshewana Flea Market, and on a great Wednesday afternoon, the week before we're actually officially going to be fully open here in the market. But just wanted to come to you with show you a little bit firsthand what is going on currently, and then how we are preparing for the upcoming summer. So it'll be definitely a summer to remember as we work through it. But behind me you can see is where our farmers market has been set up the last 2 weeks. We did move it up to the front parking lot, and so far it's been worked out really well. Customers that have came have enjoyed the setup as far as everything being spread out and felt very safe. And so wanted to give you a visual of that, and this is currently what's going on here today on Wednesday. So they will be moving back to their regular location starting next week once the full market opens up. And I just do want to reiterate, the setup is very similar to what we have here, as far in terms of the U-shaped formation of the vendors, and then in the middle having an area where you can drive in, pick up and park, and to pick up your items, so that you don't have to carry them wherever you may be parked around the market. So I know that was one of the things that was an issue last year with the movement of the farmers market. Our intent was to make it so that it was accessible to all the vendors, and so exactly what you see here is how things are supposed to be back there as well. So if you had trouble finding that last year, this is the way it's set up. There's a driveway for you to get right back to them. You can park back there and pull up to any one of the booths to get your items. So did want to show you that here today while it's in action, and a little bit smaller scale, as opposed to what it would be on a regular market day. So as you can see, we have things set up. We do have some signage out just reminding people of, social distancing and keeping your space. It's actually worked really good. The vendors have been doing a great job of having their offerings out here and taking care of the customers that have visited us so far. So I know they're looking forward to being back to somewhat normal starting next week out here in the market. So be sure to come visit them and do some business with them. So we'll kind of take a walk back, and I'll show you a little bit on what we're doing on the food service side, how we're preparing for that. And you can see that there are some activity out here today as vendors are coming in and beginning to work on their booths and try to be ready for you starting next week. So obviously we're taking extra measures as far as our keeping things clean, touch points for all of our restrooms. We are installing hand sanitizer stations throughout the market, so that's going to be readily available. We are going to be having masks available for those that don't have them, that would like to have them. It is not a mandated thing on our end. It is recommended, but we are simply going to have them available, and you will find them throughout the market. The vendors have been actually making them as well as purchasing them, so you will find them throughout the market. For those of you who are concerned with that, they are going to be here, and they will be readily available almost about anywhere you go out here in the market. One thing to keep in mind, you'll see vendors are setting up. There are vendors that will not be here to start off with, just based on the circumstances there are. We want to be forthright with you as you guys are planning your trips for the summer, especially here at the beginning as we begin to open up. There will be some booths that are closed, and maybe some vendors that you're used to seeing that might not be out here. Feel free to give us a call if you would like, just to find out if there's a particular vendor that you want to come see, and we'll be glad to give you that info, and any information that we have that we know when they will be arriving, we can get that to you. There's some that are still unknown just based on the circumstances that we're in. I think everybody's dealing with it, so we're just want you guys to know that we are going to be open, but just bear with us as everybody is struggling with the same circumstances. So Yeah, but the ones that are ready to go will be starting up next week. We'll probably have a few more the following week, and so forth. And hopefully by middle of June, at some point when things really are supposed to open up, we'll have everybody pretty well at full strength. So over here at the concession stands, if we come this way, you'll see that we've done everything that we can on our end as far as reducing the amount of seating that's going to be available. We've taken out picnic tables and have everything spaced out at 6 foot. So we're just asking that you be cognizant of the people around you, know what the CDC guidelines are, and keeping the social distancing parameters that are set in place. And so we may get a shot as we walk down that way. You can kind of see how things are set up. We'll make adjustments as needed, but we feel like we've met all the expectations right now, and so that's that. And as you can see, traffic is going in and out. A lot of vendors coming in, getting things ready, and they're doing their part as to try to set their booths up so that they can better serve you, and obviously have it safe within their booths. So we are recommending them to keep an eye on the number of people that are in their specified booth. And so we just ask that you be patient again with them. If you see that the booth may have a few too many people, just be patient, stand outside until maybe a person leaves and then step in. So, but they are doing their part as far as getting it ready so that you guys feel safe when you guys come out here. So here's a quick glimpse of how we've got things set up as right now in one of our main carry-out concession stands. We do have spots marked out on the ground for those that are waiting in line to order. They put things in place as far as food service goes within serving, and as well as out here at the pickup windows and so forth. Probably more of a focus on grab-and-go items, so maybe some of the sit-down stuff that we would have possibly might not be available to start off with, but still have great options for you here at the concession stands. You can see that obviously, again, vendors are out here working, getting things set up, and yeah, I think everybody is looking forward to kind of getting back to normal and getting to see some faces out here in the market. So again, just bear with us as we get things started. We encourage you to come out and just have respect for one another as you're out shopping and giving each other that necessary space that you need to have, and enjoy your visit while you're here. Not only are we open here at the flea market, yes, it's a big part of Shipshewana, but we also have downtown. So if you're still coming up and wanting something to do throughout the day, a lot of the stores downtown are open, and you can visit them, come out here and enjoy the day. The weather looks great for next week as of right now, so we're cross our fingers and hope things stay that way. So is there any other questions that we've had come in that we can think of? I've tried to touch base on a lot of things that we've had calls on, but we're just taking all the steps that we can to be ready. We've had questions on whether we will turn people away. As you can see, we're outside, and the flea market spaces are fairly spread out, and that will help us with the capacity issue. As I mentioned, not all the vendors are going to be here right off the bat, so that in itself is kind of helping with that. And so spaces will be spread out. I just want to reiterate, important, if you do come out, make sure you make the trek through the market if you're able to. The vendors that are here will be spread out to a certain extent. A lot of them have permanent structures that they use, or circus tents that we had set up, and so they're in their normal spots as they would be. There just may be some spaces in there, so I encourage you to take that extra 50-foot walk to go visit that next vendor. They're here to serve you, and they want to serve you, so be sure to stop in and see them. But as far as turning people away, we're spread out over 40 acres. We're an open air market. It would take an awful lot of people to reach capacity, and so we won't be turning people away. If we feel like there's an area that might be more congested than what it should be, we can always redirect people in the parking lots and so forth, and spread people out. So if that is indeed the case, if you're used to parking in a particular area when you do arrive on your regular trip, we may ask you to park maybe on the north side of the market as opposed to maybe the west side. So again, those are just issues that we are all going to be dealing with, and I hope you bear with us as we work through this, and hopefully have a somewhat successful 2020 season. So with that, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing all you guys either coming out here in the next few weeks or sometime before the end of September. So thanks a lot.